Busy Getting Disney crew, and anyone else here tonight. Hey, you guys. It's Wes. What's up? Let me get this centered here. Hi. And let me see who all I have to say hello to tonight. Ooh, there's a lot of people here. Hey, Kim, soaring over the magic. Hey, Molly R. Cynthia Snow White. Hey, Snow. Molly Mill 97. Hey, Molly. Connor. Thank you, Connor. Just me tonight, though. John's at work. Just gonna be me. I like what you wrote there, Connor. Connor says, welcome to Busy Getting Disney's live stream, as everyone knows how much Wes likes the parks. Today we're seeing Wes. John's at work, but at home today. Please enjoy the show. Why, thank you, Connor. Hey, Carissa. Hi, Carissa. I see you guys have already been chatting. That's great. I love it when I walk in on these conversations sometimes. I don't know what I'm going to walk in on here. Oh, Carissa is already asking moderator Kim, sometimes known as Madam Kim, because she knows all about Disney. Carissa was asking Kim, I see, quick Disney question for you. Do you know if Magic Kingdom is going to be leaving, fireworks for 8 p.m.? I was discussing that with Carissa earlier. And I bet Kim knows the answer to that. Remaining at 8, ooh, that's good news for us, Carissa. Christina G, hey Christina. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. Craig's Robotics. Craig is here. Hey, Craig. What's up, my friend? Marty N. Ida Cologne. Hey, guys. What's going on? Happy you are all here. There are even some people here from England, like Molly R. I know it's late out there. It's a little bit after midnight in England. So thank you for joining, you guys. Corn Dog Jimmy. Hey, buddy. How's it going? I've got my tea. I'm ready. Oh, is Trish here too? I didn't even see that. Trish, are you in chat? You are in chat. Let's go wait in line with Trish, not Trash. Hey, Trish. How are things on the left coast out there? Dana Studnicki, my cousin Dana's here. Hey, Dana. Nice to see you guys. So we're coming to you, we as in you guys and me. That's the we. John is at work tonight. He's at the hospital working. So it's just me. Yes, we're at home. We're at the kitchen table, in case you couldn't tell. This is usually where I do these home streams. That's right. Molly R is a night owl. Okay. Molly's up late out there in England, in the UK. So, I don't know. I guess we're just going to talk freely here. And I'll tell you why I kind of wanted to get this out there, I guess. And this tea is too hot to drink just yet. Oh, my mug. Okay. Whew. I just boiled it, so I need to let this cool a little bit. Okay. Now we're going from serious to lighthearted. This will be happening all night tonight, I think. Yes. Okay. Yes, extremely hot tea. This mug, okay, guys, I know Carissa last night in Magic Kingdom, I said I was going to do a home stream, and Carissa said, I can't wait to see what mug we're going to use. Okay, so this one, I don't think I've used it before in a home stream. This is the very first ceramic coffee mug that I ever bought in a Disney park. And I got it at the Emporium on the first Disney trip that John and I took together. That was January of 2015. First mug I ever bought at Disney. And it actually shows, I don't know if you guys can see it on that side. Oh yeah, the handle has, the paint is wearing off there. There's a part over here that's chipped from probably being in the dishwasher one too many times. I guess it's actually a miracle that it's still in one piece though. For I guess almost 8 years, yeah, or 7 years? 7 years, yeah, my first Disney mug. We'll let this cool before I try that again though. Yeah. Oh, Kirsty Jane says her Michael had that mug. Did he? Yeah. John's got the same kind. It's Mickey's Really Swell Coffee advertisement on the mug. John has, of course, he's got Donald Duck. I've got Mickey. Yep. So thank you for joining Kirsty Jane, moderator Kirsty Jane. Like I said, I know it's late out there in England, but Kirsty Jane is definitely a night owl. Hey, Lori Minard is here. Hey, Lori. How's it going? You guys are having a stormy week in Oklahoma. I hope that's stormy, not in terms of tornadoes, because I know you guys like having tornadoes. Well, I know you don't, but I know Oklahoma is big on the tornadoes, so I hope that's not what's going on down there. Okay. So you guys, thanks for joining. 25 people in chat. Thanks, you guys. I don't know if there's anyone new in the chat. There are a lot of you that watch, but don't chat, and that's fine too. So if anybody happens to be new to the chat or new to Busy Getting Disney, I am Wes. This is Busy Getting Disney. Ordinarily, of course, I would be in a theme park, often with my partner John. It's just me tonight because I do these home streams with you guys now and then. Yeah, so anyway, thanks for joining. If you're new and you'd like to continue the journey with us and meet me at a theme park this weekend, which will be the next theme, please click that subscribe button. And if you have a great time tonight, please click that like button. I also put in the pinned messages of this chat. Oh, thank you, Craig. Craig likes my shirt. I will show that to you. In the pinned messages of this chat, I directed anybody watching who was interested or needed it in the information for this live stream, the typed out information for the live stream. I put links to a few resources touching on a couple of the topics I wanted to touch on tonight. Thank you, Craig. Yes, I actually got this on an Orlando trip, a trip to Disney, maybe 5 or 6 years ago now. No place for hate, homophobia, fascism, sexism, racism, or hate. No place. Okay, I thought it was appropriate. So, oh my God, so Lori says, yes, it was about tornadoes in Oklahoma. Sorry, Lori. Stay safe, please. I'm a worrywart by nature. I am a worrier by nature. Hey, Crystal Cat, nice to see you. Oh, thank you, Craig. Yes, thank you very much. I'm gonna go right to something that Craig, our friend Craig here, just put into the chat. Craig says, so Wes, as a technology professional, I deal with cyberbullying and cybercrimes every day, investigating, tracking, etc. It is really detrimental to everyone involved. Yes, okay, so putting a few things out there tonight. So I've had the channel for about 1.5 years now, maybe just under 1.5 years. And I know a lot of you guys have gotten to know me well. I've gotten to know a lot of you well. Often though, you know, my best friend Beverly, moderator Beverly, she pointed this out to me in one of our conversations over the last week, is that often though, I think our YouTube viewers, you know, we have a lot of people who don't always chat, they just watch. So there are a lot of people who know us, who know me better than I know them. I may not know them at all, but you know, you guys see me, we're out at the parks and all of that. And that goes for anyone on YouTube. And I have a lot of course, as you've seen, I have a lot of friends in the YouTube community, especially the Disney YouTube community. So we're all on that same boat. It's easier, I think, for you guys to get to know us than for us to get to know details about you. That's pretty obvious, right? Yeah, Crystal Cat, I love your style. She's getting right to the nitty gritty here with the question. When you became sober, did you get new friends? Okay, and I am gonna get to that, my sobriety, we will get to that. Hey, first placer, Justin's here. So Craig, yes, Craig said that must take so anyway, Craig is talking about actually investigating cyberbullying and cybercrime. So I am a 52-year-old man. So in this last year, I've had to deal with the cyberbullying myself. I didn't really know about it until it happened to me, really. And if I don't catch up on chat quick enough, I'll try to get to everything in here that I might be missing. Craig just said, it's horrible to see what humanity has become in certain circumstances, but we fight against it all. Yeah, so and I'm not going to get into gory details. I will not do that. But yes, I was the victim of cyberbullying and cyber shaming, one and the same, but also separate too. Not that long, well, probably we'll say in the summer, basically. I was, let's say, outed on social media by someone who was a regular to our YouTube channel. I took as a friend. In general, I was outed on social media for my past. I'm a recovering alcoholic, it's no secret. I am sober today though, but there were things from, as anyone in the same position would probably agree with, there are always things from your past, whether you're recovering anything or not. There are some things that you'd like to forget. And in my days of active addiction with alcohol, there are a lot of things that I'm not proud of, but they are in my past. And I did have those things dug up by someone, not a lot, but dug up by someone, and it was all posted to social media, tagging me my real name, tagging the channel, and it was pretty vicious. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong to the perpetrator, we'll say. It was pretty simple that someone just decided, I guess, to hate me. And there have been other little instances, but this particular situation, it was pretty severe, to the point where, it was about shaming me. It really was. It was about humiliating me, embarrassing me, shaming me, outing me on it to our viewers, to anybody that might have been connected to watching our channel or who knew me personally. Again, stuff from my past that it's not me today. And I thought that, there's a saying in the 12-step program that you're only as sick as your secrets. And secrets making you sick, meaning if you're holding stuff in there and people can use it against you to hurt you, if it's all out there, they can't use it to hurt you. And I decided to that's why I'm on here, I guess now, but I decided to, talk about it. And, my past is my past. If somebody brings that up and wants to punish me for my past, a past in which they weren't even a part of, they just don't happen to like me. So it's very easy to target someone that you just don't like. And more or less psychologically crucify them on the internet. It's kind of like, I always compared it to kind of like road rage. When someone's driving in their car and somebody cuts them off by accident or whatever, it's a piece of cake to flip someone the bird, or to say roll down the window and shout F you to a complete stranger. If you were walking on the street and you were making eye contact with someone, you would never behave that way. But people are very brave, very ballsy behind the wheels of their car, just like on the other side of a computer screen or a smartphone. It's very easy to be brave when you're not facing someone face to face, another human being. So anyway, this stuff was put out there about me. Embarrassing, humiliating stuff, and also targeting to try and damage John's and my relationship, damage our relationship, which wasn't going to happen. But it got ugly enough that we did have to get the police involved, and to this day they are still involved if in the future we needed it. So unfortunately, yes, we had to actually get law enforcement involved, and that's there. And as much anger as I can feel toward people who actually do that, the Buddhist in me, it's not easy. The Buddhist in me will try to be compassionate and think, what kind of unhappiness must be in someone's heart to be able to freely and enjoyably hurt another human being like that, who definitely doesn't deserve it. It's for the birds. So in this whole process, now let me catch up on chat. Hold that thought. I'm not finished yet, obviously. Yeah, there's a lot. You guys are with me on this one. It's a heavy topic, I know. Yes. So, hey Cedric, welcome. Any other moderators I missed in here? Hi Cedric, welcome. Molly R said, Wes, can you say my one as well about what got me into depression? Molly, you are welcome to share anything you want. Yes, I will finish this, and I would if you would like to share that, yeah, by all means. Yeah, my cousin Steve said they're ignorant, not brave. That's true. Okay. So anyway, hey Kermit, K. Clark. Kermit said, Wes, sorry to hear, but don't ever be ashamed of making it through, coming out the other side. Proud of you, big hugs. Thank you. Thank you, Kermit and Ron. Okay, so in this process, Okay, so I decided it was easier to out myself as a recovering alcoholic. It's fine. Because at the end of the day, as far as that's concerned, I am a sober person today. It's all good. I don't need any kind of pity for that. At the end of the day, I don't mind ever sharing that at all. My past, my history with addiction, because I'm in a great place today. And at the end of the day, if my experience can help someone else, that's all I care about. Because, one of the things when I was going through active addiction, alcoholism, and needing to get help, needing to begin the process of getting help, one of the biggest things from people, the support I had of people around me who had already been through the whole thing themselves, the most important thing they wanted to get across to me was that I was not alone. I was not the first person to be going through everything that I went through. When you're going through it, it feels like you are. And I had people very close to me in my life who had struggled and fought their way through alcoholism, addiction, came out the other side, and were there to tell me you are not alone. It's the most important thing. So I don't mind talking about it today, because if in the end it can help just one person, that's all I care about. And talking about it always helps me too. So on that note, as far as the cyberbullying goes, things from my past were taken and put out there on the internet to hurt me, to humiliate me, to shame me. It was a very difficult experience to go through. It sucked, but it happened. And if I didn't go through it, I would not be able to empathize with somebody else who is going through it or may go through it in the future. And in Buddhism, we call that turning poison into medicine, changing poison into medicine. Hey, Beverly's here. And, so the philosophy that I believe in, even the negative experiences that we go through in life, they really are there for a reason, and they suck when you're going through them. Suck in a really big way. But if you don't go through them, you couldn't possibly help someone else in the future who's going through them, where you can say, you're going to be okay, you are not alone, you're going to come out the other side and you will be just fine. So through this process, I thought, thank you, Cedric. Let me catch up real quick on chat and thank a few people, and be grateful that I got through that part without crying. I cry easier at a Disney fireworks display than I do at talking about addiction. Only Disney people will understand that too. Okay, so thank you, Cedric. I had a lot of support through that whole process. Thank you, Craig. Thanks, you guys. Thank you, Crystal Cat. Beverly is here. The Queen has arrived. And yes, thank you so much. Oh, thank you, So Cargo's here listening, and thank you, So Cargo. Glad you're here too. And thank you, Carissa. Carissa says she loves me, and you are never alone. And I know that. I know that today. And I want other people to know that too. This is important. My cousin Steve, who is in chat, Steve Studnicki. Steve is my cousin on my mom's side of my family. Actually, today's my mom's birthday. My mom passed away 3.5 years ago. Today's her birthday. She would have been 87. But I digress. My cousin Steve Studnicki said, as a Studnicki, I was actually going to go there tonight, Steve. Steve said, as a Studnicki, we are trained professionals when it comes to drinking. I quit drinking just over 17 years ago, shortly before Dana was born. Congratulations, Steve. This is what it's all about. And I knew that you and Dana and possibly my cousin Catherine Studnicki, would be in chat. And I wasn't sure if I was going to go there. But I would, if it had helped people, my mom used to share, not stories, but experiences that, I do believe that addiction, alcoholism, addiction in general, that is definitely hereditary. The entire side of my mom's side of our family, the alcoholism was rampant. It was pretty bad. And Steve, I can share this with you too. I remember, hey Drew in the moment is here. Hey Drew, nice to see you, buddy. Before Steve Studnicki and I, we share an aunt. My Aunt Josephine, she was one of my favorite people in the whole world. Aunt Jo. My Aunt Josephine passed away 20 years ago, 2001. She died of cancer, but my Aunt Jo was an alcoholic. She shared this with me before it was a couple years before she died, actually. And you know, my mom and my Aunt Josephine shared stories with me about the Studnicki, my mom's side of the family. But my Aunt Jo in particular, Aunt Josephine, she was the coolest. Aunt Jo, my Aunt Jo, Steve, correct me if I'm wrong, my Aunt Josephine was a really large, rotund woman. She was a hairdresser and she loved fashion. She always had amazing makeup, always had a major hairdo and a wig and these flowing. My Aunt Josephine was like a big drag queen. She really was. She was bigger than life. My Aunt Jo had this bigger than life personality. She was always decked out in these clothes and makeup and perfume. I remember as a kid, I'm like, oh, Aunt Jo's coming over. It's such a big deal. She smells so good. She was this bigger than life person. Yeah, yes, she was larger than life. And all of her friends were gay and lesbian. She was the only one in the family that was notorious for that. All of her friends were gay and lesbian. But before she died, my Aunt Jo shared with me that, she struggled with alcoholism and that she had quit drinking at this point, and then later in life, she died of cancer. It wasn't alcohol related. But she shared with me, hey, Christy J, nice to see you. She would pinch your cheeks off, she would. Aunt Jo shared with me her struggle with alcoholism and that she had quit. But she also told me that it had gotten so bad for her that she once told my Uncle Nick, my Aunt Jo's husband, my Uncle Nick, she told my Uncle Nick to kill her first before letting her swallow a drop of alcohol. I remember that. And I remember the day that she told me that. It was a little over 20 years ago. She said that, oh, thank you, Drew. Thank you so much. Yeah, my Aunt Josephine, I will never forget those exact words. She said that she told my Uncle Nick, her husband, to please kill her first before he allows another drop of alcohol to pass her lips. And she meant it. Fortunately, that didn't happen. He didn't need to kill her, and she didn't drink again. She did quit. And my Aunt Josephine and my mom both told me that my grandfather on my mom's side, Grandpa Studnicki, was an amazing man. He had a huge heart, but that he died an alcoholic. That he didn't die of alcoholism. He died of other health complications, but he was an alcoholic until the day he died. Beautiful man. He was amazing. But I remember at Christmas time and New Year's and things like that, I remember him, I was so young, I was a kid, so I didn't really know what was going on. And when his behavior was, I just remember at times, his behavior was very peculiar. He had been drinking. I didn't know at the time. And I remember the smell of the alcohol. But, it was only my mom and Aunt Jo that shared with me that side of the family. And that wasn't until much later in my life. I was like in my late 20s, early 30s when they actually started sharing that information with me. My generation, I'm 52. Anyone around my age will probably know this, but when we were kids, and I can't speak for them, but I will say there was a lot of problems with addiction with my older brothers. They're much older than me, and they're all fine today. Okay, I'll put that out there too. But when I was a kid, my brothers were teenagers, and my parents never shared all of that stuff with us. My younger brother Warren and I, we were kids, and we came from a generation where your parents didn't ever at one point sit down and say, okay, look, you guys, this is in the family. You need to watch out for it because it's in our blood. And in rapid succession, it just went down the line, eventually got to me. And I didn't get started until much later in life. But I did come from a generation where our parents, don't talk about it. If you don't talk about it, it doesn't exist. And so they didn't talk about it. So I didn't find out about all this until later in my life. And then, of course, eventually it started to touch me. And like I said, I didn't get started till much later in life. I didn't, when I was in my 20s, when most people were young. Drew, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that, but Drew just shared with us, I'm 7 years sober from the chaos I have been living in and creating for everyone around me. Blessed, and for anyone out there suffering, my heart and thoughts for your awakening to some peace. Thank you so much. Drew. I know I'm actually gonna, thank you, Drew, really, thank you so much. I love you, brother. I'm gonna have to go back and look at some of this chat. You know, so the gist of it is my younger brother and I, we came from that generation where your parents didn't talk about that. If you didn't talk about it, it wasn't happening. But clearly, even though I was a kid, I knew something was going on in the family. So, you know, in my 20s, when other people were kind of getting wild out there, especially as a young flight attendant, you know, you guys have heard the stories about flight attendants and how we are, especially when we're in our 20s. I was not. And you know, in my 20s, I might have a glass of champagne on New Year's, that kind of thing. I wasn't interested in any of that stuff. And when I was a teenager, I never did drugs, even in the 80s. I never did drugs. I never smoked a joint or a cigarette because I was such a nerd that those guys that were all doing that, they never offered me anything because I was such a geek. They didn't want to have anything to do with me. So at the end of the day, I guess that was a benefit too, being a nerd as a teenager. I didn't fit in, so I didn't have access to drugs. So I didn't get started with alcohol until my 30s, but when I did, it happened really fast, and I got started really fast. So anyway, when you're in that position, you will always have behavior, if you look back on it, that you'll wish never happened. I do. I wish it never happened. Again, if I didn't go through it though, I wouldn't be able to empathize with somebody else and say, look, it sucks, but we can get through this together and you're not alone. As far as the cyberbullying goes, all that stuff was brought up online. I was tagged. The channel was tagged. I was tagged. Went to the police. It's gotten better. And, you know, fortunately, the other thing as far as cyberbullying and cyber shaming goes, I will share this, that I didn't know anything about it. I had to learn this pretty much all in one day. That first time that I had to go to the police with this. And it was embarrassing having to share all that stuff with the deputy that was handling the case for me, because I had to tell him everything. But fortunately for us, in Florida, I live in Orlando, Florida has, out of the entire United States, the strictest laws against cyberbullying, cyber shaming. Florida does not mess around. And I learned that your first charge, if you are convicted, if you are found guilty of a cyberbullying crime, your first charge is $1,000 or 1 year in prison. So I was like, all right, Florida doesn't mess around. I have all of this going for me. You know, let's go through with this. Okay, that's my experience. Whatever, I'm fine today. But now you guys know my history, and you also know why. I've touched on it before. A lot of you, when you've wanted to meet John and me in the parks, or me in the parks, you always want to buy me a drink. You want to go out drinking with me. This is why I don't drink. And I've kind of shared it before. I have nothing to hide about that. So I don't drink, but there are always mocktails and Virgin Bloody Marys out there. So if you ever want to share that with me, I'm game. I'm down. I don't miss it either. I don't miss it. It's nothing like that. Okay, so I'm going to catch up on chat here because I know there's a lot going on here. There are 40 people in chat. Thank you so much, you guys, for being here. This is amazing. And I want to get to other people in this. Okay, hold on. You'll understand where I'm going with this also. I just don't want to miss anything really important here. And there are a few things. Oh, thank you. Kirsty Jane said, this would appear to be a significant date to hold this table talk, West. Yes, today is my mom's birthday. She passed away 3.5 years ago. My mom would be, well, I just talked about my mom a lot. And yeah, happy birthday, Mom. I felt you with me today. Molly R from the UK said, when this year began, someone started bullying me and my best friend online. Started bullying me and my best friend online. And people started saying things that were not true, and then people started being horrible about my last name. I'm sorry, Molly. And that kind of story from someone as young as you are the reason I'm doing this. You're not alone. And I want to say more about that. Molly Mel 97 said, sadly, got my alcohol issues from my mother's family as well. I understand that, Molly. Totally understand that. There are two Mollys in chat, by the way. There's Molly R from the UK, and then there's our buddy moderator Molly, who's over here in the US. Okay, Molly R from the UK also said, because of that experience that she had gone through, it got me into depression and I had to get in contact with someone who got told these lies, which were not true, and because of that, I don't share my last name on YouTube chats. Molly, you don't have to share anything that you don't want, especially not in my live stream. This will always be a safe place, and I don't care what your YouTube handle is. I got you, Molly. Okay, so just going down the chat here a little bit further. No, thank you. Thank you, Molly R. and Molly Mel 97. Thanks, you guys. Carissa said, my family sounds like hers. Jaquita says, hi, Jaquita, I didn't see that you're, hi, honey. Jaquita says, I found that people who have gone through much pain are the most compassionate. Oh, yes, I agree with you, Jaquita. If you haven't been through it, how can you empathize, right? Kirsty Jane says, that resonates, Wes. Let's just talk about the weather, right? Oh my goodness, yes. And Molly also said, okay, yeah, one day at a time, yes. Drew in the moment, thank you for sharing. Actually, let me stop this right now. Anybody in this chat, anybody watching who is not subscribed to Drew in the Moment, get over there right now and subscribe to Drew in the Moment. He's my best buddy on YouTube, I would say, for sure. And I can't imagine being on the Disney live streaming circuit without Drew and Queen V out there hiding behind trash cans at Magic Kingdom to scare me, which they did, and all of that. Get over there and subscribe to Drew in the Moment. Thank you, Kirsty Jane. There's Drew's link right there. Drew, thank you so much for sharing that. That means a lot to me. And okay. So Cargo said, Wes, oh, chat, hope you all have a good night. This is a sensitive subject for me, but I will be back next time with much love. Thank you so much, So Cargo. Thank you, So Cargo. Drew in the Moment says, love you guys too. That's why I always try and be kind, because you never know what someone else is going through. So true. Absolutely true. And So Cargo, I totally understand. So Cargo's moved on, but we'll see So Cargo at the theme parks this weekend. And that's why I did actually say in the information for the chat, this might be PG rated, in the sense that it's a heavy topic. We're not out at Magic Kingdom getting on the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. We will be, though, this weekend, so don't worry about that. I just thought this was very important, obviously. Molly R. from the UK says, Wes, I have this Ed Sheeran quote on my wall that has one rule that I live by, which says, be nice to everyone, always smile, appreciate things because you never know when it can be gone. Very true. Molly Mel 97 shared, I have had anxiety and depression since I was a young child. At 21, it got a lot worse. But it's important to have family and friends like you, Wes. Well, Molly Mel 97, we have each other today, thanks to this channel. Thank you. That is so true. Crew it up, Matt is here. Hey, Matt. Matt just said, thank you for sharing, Wes. I will buy you a Mickey pretzel or a churro. Make it a pretzel. Maybe we can call the cast member Wonder Buns by accident and get a free ice cream. Well, maybe we can. Anything for a free ice cream at Magic Kingdom, I always say. And the Wonder Buns line, it did work with Molly Mel 97. Oh, thank you, Dana. Dana Studnicki, my cousin Steve's daughter, said, a rainbow for Aunt Belle. And she sent a little rainbow. Aunt Belle, to the Studnicki side of the family, is my mom. My mom's name was Isabel, and the Studnickis always called her Aunt Belle. That was my mom. And Kathy P, thank you so much. Thank you, Kathy P, for that. Always happy to see you in chat. Drew, thank you so much. Drew just said, I think we should all put hearts in the chat for Wes for tackling a very sensitive subject. Thank you, Drew. And just subscribe. Oh, Gerardo Armeno. I see you there, Gerardo. Thank you for all the hearts, you guys. Oh my God, I love you guys too. A real quick hi again to Gerardo Armeno, who's in chat. If you guys see Gerardo on there, Gerardo is an old friend of mine from New Jersey. I was friends with his mom. We're all in the same Buddhist organization, sgi-usa. And the first time I met Gerardo, I think he was 2 years old. And now he's past college, and I'm 52, and that's okay too. But Gerardo, thank you so much for joining. Please tell your mom, Linda Tatiana, I said hello, and give her a big kiss and a hug for me, please. You guys, the hearts, I love the hearts, and I am totally saving this chat forever. Kirsty Jane knows my favorite color is green. Thank you, Kirsty Jane. Thank you so much for the hearts. Sharon Zick is here. Sharon, I love your style. Sharon Zick, our friend Sharon, in chat right now, just turned 80. A few weeks ago, we were in Magic Kingdom for her birthday, actually. Sharon just turned 80 years old, and Sharon said, I love when things get lighter. Sharon says, if it's PG rated, I must be too young. At 80 years old, yes, you are, honey, because 80 is the new 20, especially with Sharon. We love Sharon. Thank you so much for that, Sharon. I love it. Hey, Megan G, welcome. Nice to see you. Saying hi to everybody else here first, and I'm going to move on. Christy J says, I'm doing squats, so Wes can call me Wonder Buns when we meet. Linda will always be the first Wonder Buns. She's not here tonight. Linda's getting married this weekend. Oh, thank you. Okay, this is important. Now back to being serious again. Let me take a sip of this tea. Calming tea. Okay, back to chat. This is important. My buddy Carissa says, I'll share that it happened very quickly with me as well. I was very young. I am sober 17 years. Wow. Carissa, I love you. Carissa says, I am sober 17 years next month. So grateful to have support all over the world and friends that feel like family. I agree. And because of the channel, Carissa, you and I will always be connected. Thank you so much. Carissa is one of our very first subscribers to the channel. One of the first ever. Thank you so much for sharing that, Carissa. I love you too. One day at a time is right. Oh, good. My old buddy Gerardo just subscribed to Drew in the Moment too. Good move, Gerardo. Good move. Okay. Okay, so thank you for all the hearts. Okay, you guys. The other reason why I'm sharing this, it's not for one reason was, yeah. So anything else that comes out there on the internet about me from my past, okay, it's my past. I can't change the past. All I can say is that that's not me today. And, you know, I have no secrets. If you don't have secrets, your past can't hurt you. Cheers to being sober. Carissa, congratulations on 17 years. Drew, thank you so much for sharing 7 years. That's amazing. And as far as the cyberbullying and cyber shaming go, going through that whole process, this is actually why I decided to do this live chat tonight. Going through that whole process, you know, as difficult as it was for a 52-year-old man, that would be me, I was thinking, what must this be like to a teenager, a young person that hasn't even grown up enough to develop the appropriate coping skills and survival skills? What does that feel like to a 13-year-old, a 15-year-old in high school at an already awkward age to begin with? What must that feel like? And then I remembered, I should have actually researched the date, but I think it was about 10 years ago. If you guys remember Tyler Clementi from my home state of New Jersey, he was a student at Fairleigh Dickinson University, he was gay. I believe Tyler was 16 or 17, and his college dormitory roommate set up hidden videotaping, video recording equipment, and recorded him and another guy in their room, and then posted it to the internet. And then Tyler jumped off the George Washington Bridge and killed himself. And I think a lot of people know, you guys, that should not ever have to happen. And that's why I say, you know, I know what it feels like at 52. I can't imagine what it feels like to a teenager. And Tyler Clementi killed himself. His roommate and his roommate's girlfriend, I know that they were expelled, and I don't know where they are today. I remember that going on for a long time, their trials and all of that. They thought it was hilarious. His roommate who did it just thought it was hilarious that, you know, hidden cameras and someone having sex, thinking they were in a private place, and then putting it on the internet for your classmates to see and laugh at, an entire college to see, and then get enjoyment out of that being done to another human being, to be outed and humiliated like that, to the point where a 17-year-old felt there was no other option except jumping off the George Washington please. I mean, come on. It's, you know, it sucks all around. And I just felt the need to put it out there because it's been bothering me that it's still going on. It's still going on today. Kirsty Jane said, with or without addiction, illness issues, just getting through life can be hard. We do not need other people around us making it worse. Literally, every day on earth is a true blessing. Yes, that's absolutely true. Hey, Linda Boston is here. Hey, Linda. And Molly Mel 97 said, my brother just found out he has anxiety at 20. He was having panic attacks and had no idea it runs in the family, and my brother just didn't know what it felt like. I understand. Yeah. Oh, hey, Dakota's here. Dakota said he's been ninja watching. Thank you, Wes, for talking about topics that still are not talked about enough. Thank you, Dakota. I agree. It's not always easy, but it's necessary. So anyway, Tyler Clementi's story, I thought of that. And since then, there have been, unfortunately, a lot of other teenagers that have taken their own lives for the same exact reason, for being shamed and humiliated on the internet by other young people who actually think it's funny, who actually think it's hilarious, and actually get enjoyment out of treating another human being that way, who get enjoyment out of watching another human being suffer. We had two people here at Busy Getting Disney, two of our viewers. They're not in chat now. They're not here. Carissa said, devastating how far this can get. Awareness out there will help bring this to an end one day. I need to believe that. Moderator Cedric, thank you so much. Cedric just said, being gay alone is a struggle. I had a really hard time coming to terms with who I was. I understand, Cedric, and thank you for sharing that too. Okay, so I wanted to tell you guys about two people that follow our channel, two of our subscribers. They're not in chat right now. They're not in chat right now. Okay, so one is a teenage boy, one's a 20-year-old girl. The boy that I'm thinking of, he's 16. He's 16. One of our viewers shared with us. He's been bullied, and he's in high school. Bullied to the point where the experience that he shared with me, he shared with John and me. In his high school, there were a group of bullies, that took a hold of him and shoved his head in a toilet in the boys' bathroom. Shoved this boy's head in the toilet while another boy video recorded it on their phone, and they posted it to the internet. And it was to TikTok. It was TikTok, in fact. It wasn't up very long, but it was long enough for this young guy to see it himself on the internet and to hear people commenting and laughing about how hilarious they thought it was, how funny that they thought this was. It came down right away, but it did happen. It happened. And unfortunately, this guy will grow up with always having that memory. And then the young lady that I'm thinking of is 20 years old. She's not in chat right now either. Who shared with us how she was sexually assaulted by a group of boys at 17 years old, and the boys were much older. And you know, that's another topic that's actually been out there for a few years now, the Me Too movement, all of that good stuff that still needs to be talked about. But she shared openly with us. She didn't need to, and up until that point, she hadn't really told anyone else, but she felt comfortable enough on a YouTube channel with two people she didn't really know herself, but trusted enough to share that. You know, on a channel, we go to Disney parks and all, and that's wonderful. I go out there to get away from it all for a few hours, and that's why we do it. But that's also why we're talking about this here at my kitchen table. Okay, and not in front of Cinderella's castle, which is fine. It's all good. I just thought, you know, we can leave the park stuff. We can, you know, that's the whole point of going to Disney, you know, getting away from it all, even just for a few hours. If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Disney is my psychiatrist. It's true. And it's actually cheaper than a good psychiatrist. You know, so, and in the past home streams, we've talked about all kinds of stuff, but as time goes by, a lot of you guys have gotten to know us. Not John as much as me. You guys know I'm out there, and John knows how I am. I'm very open, and in the past, it's kind of, to be honest, it bit me in the ass because there were some people that I've trusted that I shouldn't have been trusting, but I'm a trusting person by nature, and that may be a very nice character trait, but it doesn't always work. As far as the internet goes, I'm out there a lot, obviously. I'm on YouTube, I do Facebook, Instagram, all of that. John joins me on the live stream. My partner, John. You guys all know John, most of you. John joins me on the live stream because we are Disney people. That's why we started this. But John has no interest. Every once in a while I'll see somebody in chat say, "Oh, John, you should do a live stream too on your own." And John will be on the other side of the gimbal, and I'll see him going. Sometimes I see things that you guys don't see. As much as John loves, what we do when we're out at the parks, John has no interest in the social media aspect. John is very introverted. He doesn't share very much, and in a good way. John is super responsible, super scientific. John has 2 degrees. He always likes, logical explanations of things, all that good stuff. But as far as, being social, we always laugh about this. He's talked about this actually in the parks. There will be times where we'll be out at a Disney park, and like he'll go and use the restroom while I wait outside. He'll go use the restroom. He'll come back out, and there'll be a group of people around, and I'm hugging them, and we're exchanging numbers, and John will be like, "Okay, who are all these people?" To the point where in the time that he went into the restroom and came out, I would have started talking to somebody, and then we became best friends, and we're exchanging numbers and all that. That's not John, but I think that's why our relationship works a lot of the time too. We balance each other out in that way. So I'm not quite sure how I got on this. Oh yeah, so yeah, we can leave stuff in Disney, and that's the main point of this whole channel. We can leave that in the theme parks, and then if there's ever a heavier topic, I can't imagine it getting heavier than all of this. Actually, I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't need to get heavier than this. But that's why we're at the kitchen table and talking about it now. Okay, catching up on chat. Okay. Oh, now that's totally off the subject, and it will totally lighten the mood also. What kind of tea am I drinking? Okay, so it's Yogi, Y-O-G-I, the Yogi brand tea. We've got like a million different boxes in the cupboards over there. This particular one is, Honey Chai Turmeric Vitality. Honey Chai Turmeric Vitality. Wow. I just went by the color. I guess I didn't really realize. Turmeric is for your joints. I know that's good for you. And muscle aches and pains, all that good stuff. Okay, there's the tea. Got it? Okay. The Gibb family is here. Hey, Tyler. Tyler Gibb is here, our buddy Tyler. I'm going to catch up a little bit on chat here. Kirsty Jane said, "We often never know how to deal with any situation until we are in them. We can find inner strengths we did not know we possessed. It can also sadly send us the other way." That is very true. Yep. Craig says, cybercrime laws have been strengthened, and those posting these things to social media are investigated and punished to the full extent of the law. Dakota says, "That's why I majored in cybercrime." I remember that about you. That's awesome. That's why I majored in cybercrime. No one should have to go through such terror online. I know I'm just one person, but maybe in the future I could save someone. I think you probably already have, Dakota. Thank you so much for sharing that. One person is definitely all it takes. Megan G, thank you, Megan, for sharing. Yep. Thank you, Kim. Moderator Kim. Soaring Over the Magic is Kim's channel. Kim said, "That's because you are a safe space, Wes." Thank you. Thank you, Kim. And Carissa says, "This is the best crew." Yes, I love my Busy Getting Disney crew. My little cousin, or she's not little, she's a young lady. Sorry, Dana. My cousin Dana. Well, she's the daughter of my cousin Steve. So as long as you're his daughter, you'll always be younger than him. That's what I see in my eyes. Anyway, my cousin Dana said, it's hard as a teenager, Dana's 16, it's hard as a teenager how has anxiety, depression, and panic attacks, she's had since she was 5. Wow. Yeah, us teens just make a joke about our lives. Yeah, it's not a joke, right? That's right, Dana. Moderator Cedric said, West conversations like these are so important. It lets people know they're not alone. That's the most important thing. Yes, lets people know they're not alone. I extended my voice and ear to anyone in need. Thank you, Cedric. You guys, there is another safe space right there. Moderator Cedric. That's another safe space right there. Beverly and Cedric and Kirsty Jane. Pretty much everybody in the Busy Getting Disney chat this evening. Thanks, you guys. And yes, hello, Gibb family. Hello, Justin. I mean, Tyler. Wrong one. Tyler Gibb. Tyler Gibb is here. Hey, Tyler. And that's Tyler's channel right there, the Gibb family. Thank you. Oh, Mel97 said, I've had a stalker due to working at a bar in college. You shared that with me. I remember that, Molly. Molly had a stalker due to working at a bar in college. She had to change everything on her social media. She had to block everyone with his name. He made my life hell and changed the internet for me. I'm sorry, Molly. I understand. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, Molly, very much. Thank you very much. Yes, and let's give Dakota Vasquez a hand for actually taking up cybercrime and studying it. Thank you, Dakota. That's awesome. It really is. That's really awesome. I appreciate that. I love that it's a major. That's even cooler. Wow. Thank you, Matt. Crewed Up Matt 1313 is having dinner and listening. Thank you for joining, Matt, as always. Lindsay D is here. Hey, Lindsay. Lindsay says, hey, Wes, I knew I liked you. We were both flight attendants. Ah. Lindsay, do we know each other? Thank you, Lindsay D. Yes, I'm a flight attendant. And I fly for American. It's no secret. Everyone knows. I've been a flight attendant for 31 years. Anyone else in chat that is just getting to know me, I guess, now? Yes, I've been a flight attendant for 31 years. And if you're shocked, how do you think I feel? All I know, I was 22 when I became a flight attendant. And all I know is I was 22, and then I blinked, and I was 52. And I had 31 years seniority. Yeah, so Lindsay D, thank you so much for joining. Nice to see you, Lindsay. Thank you so much. Kay Clark, Kermit says, you are refreshing. If you get a chance, look up Leo Busaglia. You remind me of him. He was a self-help speaker long ago. Thank you, Kermit. I will actually do that. I will be saving this chat for sure. Thank you so much. Yep. Okay, so there it is. It's all out on the table now. And I wrote a few things down earlier. And you guys can ask me, obviously, I have nothing to hide. Ask me whatever you want, anything you want except my social security number. And if John were here, John would say, you'd probably give them that too, and you wouldn't realize you were doing it. So ask me anything you want. It's all cool. There's a couple things I wrote down throughout the day. Well, yes, that's important, I guess, right? Oops, what am I pressing here? Okay. Trish of Let's Go Wait in Line with Trish. Awesome channel there, by the way. Let's Go Wait in Line with Trish. Trish was saying to Molly Mel 97, I'm sorry you had to go through that. Recently, someone threatened me because I deleted his inappropriate comment in one of my streams. Trish, totally understand. No explanation needed. Absolutely. I wrote a couple things down. You know, as far as, you know, things getting better, and things do get better. Julie Burns is here. Julie, thank you, Julie. You guys, that's my friend Julie Burns. I love her to death. She's one of my favorite people in the world. And, you know, getting better, you know, there used to be that old, it was actually right after the whole situation with Tyler Clementi committing suicide, there was the movement, it gets better. You know, and it was a lot of, I remember at the time, there were a lot of public service announcement commercials of LGBTQ celebrities sharing their experience and just saying, it does get better. I mean, it was a message to share with young people going through all this stuff, to hear it from adults who could say, you know, I went through all this, you're gonna be fine, it's not easy, but it does get better. And it really does get better. It's not always easy, but it gets better. Yes, it gets better. Yeah. K. Clark also said, too often we underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, an honest compliment, or the smallest act of caring, all of which have the potential to turn a life around. Kermit, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. That means a lot to me. I'm going to read it again. Too often we underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, an honest compliment, or the smallest act of caring, all of which have the potential to turn a life around. Kermit, thank you so much for that. Megan G shared with us. Megan said, I never share this, so thank you in advance right now before I even read this, Megan. Thank you so much. Megan G said, I'd never share this, but last year during lockdown, it was my senior year of high school and I was bullied on Instagram, so I deleted it for a bit. It was awful and suicide crossed my mind. I hear you, Megan. I hear you and I understand. I hear you. I'm glad the thoughts didn't become considerations. Thank you so much for sharing that, Megan. Really, thank you. It sure does. Kim is right. Kim said it does get better as someone who has suicidal ideation. Thank you, Kim, really, for sharing that. Boy, talking about it, talking about all of it is the best. Keeping it in. It's like the saying I said earlier. It's actually it's a saying in Alcoholics Anonymous that you're only as sick as your secrets. If you have no secrets, you can't be hurt. You can't be hurt from your past or any of that stuff. And when you can share them in a safe space, it's even better. Oh, Tiffany, by the way, I did see you in here. Tiffany, thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Okay. I'm just catching up. Bear with me. Okay. It's hard sometimes because I don't want to miss anything in chat. And Beverly, Cedric, anyone else, if there is something that I do miss that somebody said that I should be seeing that I didn't see, please let me know. Bring it to my attention. Yeah, there are definitely better days ahead. Dakota is right. Kirsty Jane said to Megan, I can't imagine how you felt, my sweet. I'm so glad you've come through the other side. I hope you're talking it all through. I think she's talking it all through. Thank you, Megan, for sharing that. Carissa said, my hope is that everyone finds someone to listen to them. I'm grateful this will now be a safe place, if even just to say it was a rough day. Together we can get through one day at a time. That's right, Carissa, thank you. Megan G said, thanks everyone, it feels good to talk about it. Megan, you are always welcome to talk about it here, always. And you know, if there's anybody in chat or watching the live stream that doesn't feel comfortable talking, I always have my Busy Getting Disney email address available in the channel. It's pretty simple. Busy Getting Disney, no G in the getting, busygettindisney@gmail.com. And also in the information for the chat, I put links to the resources like stopbullying.gov and also Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous. I put in there too. If anybody were to need those, they're there. Moderator Cedric said, Megan G, just know you are loved. Give no one that power over you. That's right. That's actually something that Cedric told me when I was going through this in the summer. Let no one give you that power. And Cedric said to Megan, I love you. You're a beautiful person with a beautiful soul. Yes, you are, Megan. And Cedric, thank you so much for saying that too. Hey, Who Dat Dave is here. Hey, Dave. Yeah. Thank you, Dave. Thank you for joining, by the way. Let's go wait in line with Trish. Trish said, honestly, I was terrified to go back to Disneyland last night, and it just runs through your head thinking that if they show up at the parks. I understand, Trish, and Trish, you and I have talked about this privately. You know I understand. You know I understand. Yep. So, but moving forward and getting better, it does get better. Anything that can get you better, or get you there to feeling better or being stronger. I was asked, and I always share it, it is no secret either, just like being a flight attendant, it is no secret that I'm a devout Buddhist. I practice Nichiren Buddhism, and I've been a Buddhist just almost 25 years. And my experience with that, everybody's journey is different, and everyone needs to follow whatever journey is going to get them to the healthiest and happiest place they can possibly be. For me, it has always been the practice of Nichiren Buddhism. And I was raised Catholic. And then it was in 1993, I was on a layover in San Francisco for work. I was a flight attendant, I was 24. 1993, I went out to the movies and I saw the movie on Tina Turner's life. What's Love Got to Do with It? And that's where the message came to me, nam-myoho-renge-kyo, and that it could change your life. And when I saw how that practice worked for Tina Turner in the movie on her life and what she did with it, I left the movie theater on that day. I remember just thinking, I need to try that for myself. I need to try this chanting, whatever it is. And it was after that experience, seeing that movie, hearing about that in Tina Turner's life, that I started chanting nam-myoho-renge-kyo. I embraced Nichiren Buddhism, and I never went back. That was my journey, and to this day, it's what sustains me, my practice of Nichiren Buddhism. And it did change my life, and continues to, every day. And I actually left a link. There's also a link in addition to the other resources. I did put a link to the sgi-usa, that is the lay Buddhist organization that I belong to. Anybody can check that out. Like I said, it changed my life. And going through trials, these kind of trials, difficult trials in life, it's what always gets me through, not just out the other side, but my practice of Buddhism always gets me to a place. As I mentioned earlier, it's called changing poison into medicine. It doesn't just get me out the other side, but it gets me to an even better place that at some point in the future, I'm always able to look back on the problem or the difficult, uncomfortable, negative situation I was going through and see that if I didn't actually have that experience, I wouldn't be in a place that's a bazillion times even better than it would have been without the negative experience, to the point where you can actually look back and be grateful that you had that experience. I never thought that that was possible, but through my practice, I know that it is. And whatever philosophy you follow in life, whatever religion, whatever spirituality that you believe and have faith in, whatever it is, as long as you're a human being, there will always be problems. The problems don't end. There will always be problems. But what I know as a Nichiren Buddhist that I didn't know before was that there's a way to get through it. And like I said, not get through it, but to be in an even better place later because of it, because of those problems. And when the problems come and they're uncomfortable, when your faith is strong, you know that I am going to get through this. I'm going to win. I'm not just going to accept it and things will be okay, but I'm actually going to win over this, and there will be a victory and a benefit that goes along with the situation that I'm going through. So anyway, I put a link to the sgi-usa also in the information to this live stream, if anybody happens to be interested. Tiffany actually said to Trish, did you feel better, Trish, after you left the park last night? I'm really proud of you for being able to go anyway. I am too. Facing your fear, boy, as someone who's suffered from chronic anxiety also, Molly Mel 97, totally get you. As far as, anxiety like that goes, for me personally, everybody's different, but for me, I've found that going through it anyway is what gets me through anxiety. If I'm facing something that's scary or that's causing me tremendous anxiety, backing away from it never seems to be the answer. Fading back into the darkness never seems to be the answer. The answer always seems to be facing it head on, going through it, and then when you're on the other side of that anxiety and the anxiety is behind you, you're like, hey, I survived. I'm here. I feel better. And if need be, I can do it again and I will win, right? Thank you for sharing that, Trish, by the way. Trish said, mixed emotions. I love being at the parks, but not knowing what this person looks like gave me anxiety. That's a good point, Trish. Just got to be aware of my surroundings. Very true. Which is another thing on YouTube. Not always do people in the live chats and in the comments of the vlogs, not always do they have profile pictures of their faces. Sometimes, you don't even know what a person looks like. So often in these platforms, those people, like I said before, they're getting to know you better than you know them. So I totally get that, Trish. I understand that. Definitely. Yeah. Hey, Matt. Matty Sanfran is here. Hey, Matt. Matt said, hi, Wes. I'm late. I got the time zones messed up. Just want to say in regards to cyberbullies, I once heard that when you judge someone, it doesn't define them, it defines you. I support you. Thank you, Matt. And that is so true. Matt, if there's anything important that this topic, this live chat got heavy tonight, Matt. Got really heavy, which I knew it would be. It would have to. And this live stream, it will always be available as a vlog. So once we end this live stream tonight, it's going to stay recorded. It will always be up there. So in the future, if it can help someone else, it'll always be there. And you guys will always be a part of it. Thank you so much for that, by the way. Thank you so much, really, for being here and sharing what you guys have shared with us tonight. Yep. Yeah, Tiffany said, me too, Wes. It's doing it anyway that helps me cope with anxiety. Yep, doing it anyway. It's not always easy, but often it does seem to be the answer, right? Yeah. Yeah, victory over violence. It's something I wrote down earlier. Victory over violence. It's victory over violence was a platform that my Buddhist organization sgi-usa started many years ago, probably shortly after 9/11, 2001. Victory over violence is about dialogue over violence, and that talking about all this stuff will always be the answer over acting on this stuff, we'll say. Right up to the biggest case scenario, which would be two countries going to war. If people could just talk instead of act and immediately want to blow somebody up or shove their head in a toilet and post it to the internet and talk about stuff, maybe we wouldn't go there. And that's not going to change overnight, unfortunately. But dialogue, and I do believe that if, we can talk about it, dialogue is always the answer. For what I'd been through, what I shared earlier, the people that might have done all the cyber shaming to me, there's one part of my brain, the human part of my brain, that would really like to harm that person, myself. The compassionate side of me would say, Wes, be grateful that that's not you. No one should be suffering that much in their own life that they're getting enjoyment out of hurting another human being. No one should be that unhappy. It's not easy to feel that kind of compassion, but it's necessary for me to, if I'm going to move on and heal, I actually need to be compassionate towards the person committing the crime. It's not easy, but I believe for me, it's necessary. Yep. So, yeah. Oh, Marty said, I feel so bad for all who have shared their stories. I can only hope you all have better days ahead. I wish this channel was available when I was in high school. Not a happy time for me. It wasn't a happy time for me either, Marty. I'm no stranger to that. I was bullied in high school. we just, the only difference is we didn't have the internet then. Again, as difficult as it was for me 35, 40 years ago as a teenager, I can't imagine what it must be like now with the internet and social media. Yeah, definitely. So, okay. When are we going to the next theme park? Okay, you guys, really, thank you so much for being here and sharing all this with me. I'm just looking at a few things I wrote down during the day that if it was important to share, that I would share it. Oh, I know what it is. You know, I've seen a lot of people, not really in this chat, but I've seen in general, when people have had situations like this, and I thought about it myself, that when, you know, they've gone through cyberbullying, cyber shaming, they decide they're going to get off of all social media, that's it. They're deleting their Facebook, they're not going to be on Instagram, they're deleting all of it, they're getting out of social media completely. In a way, that is letting the people who hurt you win. And maybe it's actually the right thing for a lot of people, that, you know, getting off of social media maybe is the answer for them. I wouldn't say no to that. I think that's very possible. But I think for me personally, I thought about it when I went through all this in the summer, and I realized deleting my Facebook and all of that wasn't going to be the answer, because there are enough other people like you guys. There are other people that need to hear these experiences, and, you know, leaving the platforms that I've been on, that's not necessarily the answer. That might be having that person, allowing people who hurt me win. And it made me think of, especially here in America, this is a big thing in America, especially around election time. There are a lot of people a lot of Americans love saying this crap, that if they're not happy with the current political situation in the country, the first thing they'll say is, I'm moving to Canada. I'm moving to Canada. That's it. I'm moving to Canada. And what that says to me, that's never the answer. And they usually don't do that. But that's just saying, you know, just walking out of the situation isn't going to be the answer. That's not what's going to make things better. You know, leaving or leaving America and going to move to Canada isn't going to fix the situation. If you're not happy with any situation that you're in at the moment, whatever it is, leaving it, running away from it, is going to be of no help to anyone. Staying in where you are at and doing something to make a difference, to make a change, you know, that is how things change. Things don't change by running away from any of it. Things change by staying where you're at and making a difference, if you can. If you can. Okay. Oh, Molly. Yeah, Beverly, thank you, by the way. All right, I need to catch up on something here in the chat. I'm missing something. I was talking a lot am I finished? I'm finished with that, yes. Moving to Canada isn't the answer. Okay. Okay, Molly was saying something that was important about sharing the location. Check my text. Oh, Molly Mill 97, okay. Okay, Molly was saying to Trish, I always have my location shared to my brother. He tracks me anytime I text him when I'm out of town. Too many people, especially women, are going missing. That's true. That's true with everything that's in the news right now with the young lady from Florida. Was that what it was, Molly? I want to make sure that it was. Sharing your location when you go out somewhere. It doesn't matter who you are. Especially if you're a live streamer, Trish, sharing your location with someone so that when your stream ends, you're always in a safe place between ending your live stream and getting back to your car. All of that good stuff. Somebody actually brought that to my attention not that long ago. The same thing, in fact. Oh, okay. Molly, I got your text, by the way. Yes, that's important. Yeah, Molly mentioned sharing your or that it can be dangerous to share your location on Instagram or Facebook to everyone. And, you know, that is important. I think for me personally, when I share my location on Facebook, it's after the fact. So if live streaming, it's obvious where I'm at or what theme park I'm at or whatever. But like when I post pictures to Facebook or Instagram and add the location, even sometimes on Facebook, I'll check in at the gym that I'm working out at, but it will be after the fact. It'll be when I'm no longer there. So I usually post like my pictures to Facebook from the theme parks either later that day or the following day, the next day with the location. So I'm not actually there when it posts. So good point, Molly. Thank you so much for that. Yep, it's important to remember that. Yep. Okay, I'm catching up again here. Thank you, Carissa. Carissa said, this is a very strong group sharing so many private experiences. I'm so happy to be here tonight, seeing how brave you all are, praying for our continued strength. Thank you so much for that, Carissa. You are awesome. I agree with you. Absolutely agree. And Lindsay D, fellow flight attendant Lindsay says, internet is great in so many ways, yet the root cause of many problems. Yes. And Kirsty Jane said, it's like moving to the country will solve your problems, yet all that happens is, oh yes, you take your issues with you. What I was saying about when people don't like the political climate here in America and they say they're going to move to Canada. What Kirsty Jane says is spot on, as you Brits say, but it's true. Kirsty Jane said, it's like you decide you're going to move to the country, move away from where you're at. And Kirsty Jane said, all that happens is that you take your issues with you. In Buddhism, it's karma, and we believe in Buddhism that your karma goes wherever you do. You can't run away from it. It goes with you wherever you are. So like I was thinking, moving to Canada. There are times I wanted to move to Canada in the last several years, but I didn't. That was never going to be the answer. And, where I was going with that was that deleting my Facebook, my Instagram, all that wasn't going to be the answer for me either. Because look what we're doing right now. There are things that social media can do that, we're from all over the world here, chatting about the same thing, getting somewhere, getting through it, not feeling alone. We can't do it in person. Thanks to the internet, thanks to social media, we're able to do that. So there's absolute benefit in it. And I even thought, when I thought of deleting my Facebook and all that stuff during the summer, I thought that's not the answer. You need to stay here because there's work to be done. That's it. It's just like moving to Canada. That's not the answer. You have to stay where you're at because there's work to be done. So true. Molly R said, speaking about sharing locations, I never share my location online unless I know them really well in person, just in case they stalk me. Good point, Molly. Good move, by the way. Very good move. Oh. Lindsay said, I used to check in on Facebook at different hotels. I stayed. No more. Never do this. Yeah, not to be that specific. Me neither. I'm with you on that too, Lindsay. Yep. Okay, Canada is great though. I think Lindsay D is Canadian. I love Canada. Actually, Vancouver is my favorite city in all of Canada. Yep. Hey, Robin is here. Hey, cool Red Robin. Hi, Robin. Thank you for joining. All right, awesome. Hey, Brent. Brent is here too. Hi, Brent. Nice to see you. Anybody else I might have missed in chat? Okay. I think the heavy stuff I'm done sharing, I think I'm done sharing. I'm still getting to know TikTok, by the way. I mentioned TikTok earlier, the experience of that young man who had his head shoved into the toilet by some bullies who filmed it and put it on TikTok, and then it was, of course, removed. I'm still getting there with TikTok. I started my own TikTok account. I put a couple little videos in there to promote the channel, Busy Getting Disney. But I don't know. I see a lot of stupid stuff on there. I only check it once in a while. Some of these videos they're I don't know. I'm not feeling TikTok. Not feeling it yet. I see a lot of stuff on there that I don't find it entertaining. I just find it stupid. I do. I'm sorry. I mean, there's some good stuff on there too, but I think the majority of the things that I wind up seeing in the feed on TikTok are people being ridiculous. I'm being judgy, but I don't know. That's what I see. Sorry. Okay. Happy early birthday, Brent. Brent's birthday is October 26th. And Brent says, I would like you to wish me a happy birthday. Okay. Happy birthday, Brent. My friend Brenda Lee in New Jersey, her birthday is October 26th also. I have to remember to wish her a happy birthday. Yeah, Kendra said sometimes TikTok doesn't pass the vibe check. I agree. Kendra's right. I totally agree with that. Oh, thank you. But Kim, somebody else mentioned that to me, and I would like to go with that. Kim said, the more you explore TikTok, the more it tailors what you see, I guess, to what you like. That's good to know. And all right, I'll give it, I'm not done with TikTok yet. I'll give it that. I see what you're saying. And Kathy P said, I usually swipe till I see cute Disney TikToks. I like that. That's how it should be. Thank you, Kathy P. You're welcome, Brent. Have a happy birthday. Robin said, just to let you know, I guess, I support all the people who are in and even out of recovery. Oh, thank you, Robin. Robin says, just to let you know, I support all of the people who are in and out of recovery, and I support anti-bullying no matter where you are in the world. Thank you so much, Robin. We love you. Thank you, Robin. And Craig said, yes, the TikTok algorithm is smart. Okay, I am not going to give up on TikTok yet. I'll search some Disney stuff and definitely search some Wonder Woman and comic book stuff on there too. Maybe TikTok will get to know me. Maybe that's the answer, right? Okay. Oh, yeah, Carissa said Kim was right. She watches Tic-Tac. Tic-Tacs are breath mints. Sorry. No Tic-Tacs. Carissa said she watches TikTok. Oh, for packing hack? For packing, probably packing tips and hairstyles. That's Carissa. Definitely the hairstyles. Tiffany said yes, and if you swipe up or whatever, you can say not interested. I think it's up. Oh, or hold it, something like that. I'm gonna give it another try, Tiffany. I won't be done with TikTok yet. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Kirsty Jane. Kirsty Jane always makes me laugh. Yeah. Brandon France is here. Hey, Brandon, nice to see you. And Kirsty Jane likes orange Tic Tacs. I like orange Tic Tacs too. Orange mint Tic Tacs. That's classic Tic Tacs, not TikTok. Tic Tacs. Okay. Tiffany said, I saw one chick post she was having 3 babies and apparently it was a joke. I hope she didn't kill the father of those babies first by giving him that news. I'm not sure how it was funny. My daughter showed me how to show not interested. That's what I need, I guess, to know. How to let TikTok know when I'm not interested. Okay. Yeah, so I guess that's the heavy stuff. If you guys have anything else you want to share with me or anybody else in the chat, please do. And yeah, that's all I have on all of that. I put links in the information for this live chat and actually I typed out information in there. Excuse me. Links to stopbullying.gov and Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, and a link to my Nichiren Buddhist organization, sgi-usa. And then also if you would like to email me or John, us personally, our email address for the channel is busygettindisney@gmail.com. Right? I don't have Snapchat, no. I'm definitely not interested in that. Yeah. And plus, you guys, I can't remember any more passwords to all of these sites and apps. They keep making me change my passwords, and I can barely remember the ones I have now. Marty is asking, do you have the TV Decades channel in your area? I don't think so. Decades? They're showing Wonder Woman all weekend. Starts at noon on Saturday. That's really cool. I'm glad she's out there on Decades TV. But, Marty M., needless to say, I've got every episode of Wonder Woman, all seasons from 1975 to 1979 on DVD and Blu-ray, and the new live-action movies with my Gal Gadot. Love Gal. Hashtag gay guy with Gal crush. I love Gal. It is no secret. Now thank you for sharing that, Marty. I've got all my Wonder Womans on Blu-ray. Absolutely. But I love when people think of me when they see Wonder Woman. I get that a lot. Like, I thought of you, I saw something of Wonder Woman on TV, or I saw somebody's Wonder Woman bumper sticker and I thought of you. Yep. Okay. So, are we ready for theme park talk? Okay. Thank you, Brent. I'll tell John you said hi. Brent, have a good night. Okay. So, I am getting, my lower back is starting to hurt from being in this really hard chair. John and I don't have cushions on these wooden chairs. Nice kitchen dining room set here, but no cushions on these chairs. And my 52-year-old butt sitting on these hard chairs, it's not doing my lower back very well. But anyway, we need a theme park. I need to post a scheduled live stream at a theme park. So I had an idea. I had a few ideas. Oh, hold on. Craig's Robotics. Craig said, I'm going to share this stream out on my social media platforms. Oh, Craig, please do. Thank you, Craig. I'm going to share this stream out on my social media platforms. This can help a huge following of people. Thanks for handling a sensitive topic so professionally. You're welcome, Craig. It's not easy. I don't know if it was professional or not. I'm not a trained psychiatrist or psychologist. I'm just a guy with a history of alcoholism and addiction and cyberbullying and cyber shaming who happens to be a flight attendant, a devout Buddhist, a Disney fan, and a Wonder Woman fan. That's all. And but Craig, thank you so much. And anyone else, if you would like to keep the link, after this live stream, it will be posted as a vlog. It'll be recorded. I'm going to keep it in our channel forever. Anybody that wants to share it, the live chat will always be there too. That's not going anywhere. So anybody who comes back, it could be years from now, but comes back to watch this live stream as a recorded vlog can click live chat. And this live chat that you guys are in right now, it will continue to scroll. So if it helps someone else in the future, that's all I care about. So Craig, thank you so much for sharing that. Wow. Harry Wingfield is here. Harry said, came in late. Will the early part be saved on YouTube for later viewing? Harry, yes. And Harry, thank you so much for joining the live chat. Harry is a very important person in my life. And a few people in chat know how important Harry has been in my life. And I haven't actually known Harry that long, but Harry, yes, that's what I was just mentioning. So at the end of this live stream, it will be posted as a vlog. It's going to stay recorded forever. And you guys, all you have to do, actually, if you wanted to share it with anyone online or in a text message on a smartphone, you click on the live stream. Or it'll be a vlog after this, but click on the live stream, whatever, and you'll see an option on that live stream. It'll say share. You'll see it in YouTube. It'll say share. When you close out the live chat, you'll see it. You know what? I'll show it to you. So there. Ooh, it's me. Okay, I'm being ridiculous. Okay, so right there, you see where it says share with the little arrow. It's a little blurry. It says share. Right. Oops. Right there with the little arrow. When you click on it, and you click share, you'll have the option to copy the link or share it on Facebook or Twitter or whatever. So you click share and then click copy link, and then you can insert it, paste it into a text message, email, Facebook Messenger, Twitter, whatever you want. So please, by all means, share it with whoever you'd like. Like I said, if it helped one person, this did help one person. It helped me. And anyone else that it might help, that's all I care about. That's what's important to me. Yep. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Harry. And my friend Harry said, so glad you are addressing cyberbullying. You are helping people and maybe saving lives. I hope so. I hope so. No one should have to go through it. I mean, young people or adult, anyone. I'm not feeling sorry for myself, but I'm just being honest. I should not have had to go through it the way I went through it. I should not have had to have gone through what I did. I'm a good person. I'm not tooting my horn. I have a past. I have a past with alcoholism and addiction, and I did things in my past I'm not proud of, but I never broke any laws. And I never killed another human being. And what I had been through as far as cyberbullying and cyber shaming, 100%, I didn't deserve that. I didn't deserve it. And anyone going through it, it doesn't matter what it is. It's not the place. The internet is not the place to take it into your own hands to punish someone because you don't like them, because you don't happen to like them. You know, and like I said earlier, as a 52-year-old man going through it, as difficult as it was for me, I cannot imagine what it's like for a teenager or a young person. And I'm going to curse very quickly and just say, that shit needs to stop. It needs to stop. No one should have to go through that. Christy J, thank you so much. You did not have to do that. Christy J just sent us a $10 super chat and said thank you. Absolutely, Christy J, thank you so much. And I will make sure that $10 goes right back into the channel. Or, you know what? I know where it's you know where I'm sending it? Right to stopbullying.gov. I put the link in there. Christy J, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that, but like I said, that's going to go right back into the channel. Thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you, my friend. Kermit said, Kermit's going to bed. K. Clark, night all. Thanks, Wes, mods, and BGD crew. May you all have the wisdom to realize that you are all wonderful, unique souls. The world would be so much less without. Big hugs. Kermit, thank you so much. Kermit and Ron, I love you guys. And you have been with us too, I think pretty much almost as long as that Carissa has been. I don't think anybody's topped Carissa yet. Carissa's our subscriber who's been around the longest. Kermit, thank you so much for that. Really, thank you so much. Great words. Kathy P said, I cannot wrap my head around how mean people can be. I can't either, Kathy. Me neither. I don't understand. We all can get angry, but I don't understand how a human being can get so angry as to take pleasure in hurting someone else. I don't, and I never will. And I'm grateful that I feel that way, to be honest with you. Yep. Oh boy. So, who wants to go to Universal on Saturday? That was the idea I had. Carissa said we were just meant to be. Yes, I think, well, it's too late now for anyone else to top Carissa as our subscriber who's been around the longest. It's true. It's true. We started the channel August of 2020, August of last year. Carissa has been there from the beginning. It's impossible to go back, so Carissa will always be our longest lasting subscriber, as long as you stick around. But that's also why we're planning a special trip to Japan, not until 2023, the end of 2023. And that trip to Japan involves Disneyland, Tokyo, and it involves John and me, and Beverly, and Cedric, and Carissa. And that will happen, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay. Right? Good night, Harry. Love you too, Harry. And I will talk to you tomorrow, Harry. Thank you so much for being here tonight, Harry. I appreciate you very much. Yeah, thank you, Craig. Craig said, doesn't matter where you go, your crew will be watching. Kim, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. Kathy's never been to Universal. Okay. On that note, all right. Molly may be in Tokyo too. That's true. Hey, Mike and Steph are here. Adventures of Mike and Steph. Hey, Mike. Thank you so much for stopping in, Mike. I know you guys have had a busy day too. And Sharon, yes. Oh, you guys will be coming, virtually, you will all be coming to Japan with John and me and Beverly and Cedric and Carissa and possibly Molly. Yeah, you'll be coming with us virtually. That's going to make for one crazy week on YouTube, but that will happen. It will happen. Yep. Okay. Megan G said, I'm honestly so happy I tuned in tonight. This is just what I needed. I needed it too, Molly. And Molly said, I'm off to dance now. Oh, awesome. Bye, Wes and everyone. Megan G is off to dance. I want to come. I'm ready to dance. Love it, Megan. Thank you so much for joining, Megan. Thank you so much. Mike of Mike and Steph, Adventures of Mike and Steph. Mike said, I'm getting night photos with my saber. And Steph is holding down a spot for Wonderful World of Animation. You guys are still at Hollywood Studios, of course. I love that show. I love the Wonderful World of Animation. You guys enjoy that show to its fullest. And I want to see those pictures of those lightsabers at night, please. I'm sure I will. I'll be keeping an eye on your Instagram, Mike. Definitely. Aida said Trish has TikTok. I think maybe you can see some over her smooth dance. Oh, I want some of Trish's smooth dance moves. I'll be looking for that too now. Oh, Maddie Sanfram, that said, I heard something about Universal. Oh yes, I gotta see you get on the Velocicoaster. Oh, I wish you could see it. The Velocicoaster. I heard there are a lot of screams. Yeah, there are a lot of screams, all right. I can't live stream, I can't vlog, I can't record anything on the Velocicoaster. If you guys don't know, the Velocicoaster is the most extreme roller coaster I have ever been on in my life. I sat right next to our moderator, Cedric, by the way, for that ride a few months ago. Yeah, the funny thing is, okay, so here's the thing. I was gonna do a Disney park on Saturday. I do want to live stream on Saturday. Bring you guys, of course. I was trying to think of, well, which Disney park is next? Maybe another, I don't know, Epcot. But then I thought maybe after these 2 weeks of the first 2 weeks of the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World, after these 2 weeks, that maybe some people are getting a little bit, I mean, not just from me, not just from John and me, all of you too, and if you live in Orlando, all of Orlando, that some people might be getting a little Disneyed out, including me, a little bit. Can never have too much Disney. But if anyone's getting a little bit Disneyed out, I thought, you know what, Saturday, why don't we go to Universal Orlando? Change it up a little bit, right? However, at Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure, at Universal Orlando, those thrill rides are so extreme. Universal does not let you get on any of those with any kind of film. They don't even let you get on with an iPhone or your car keys. There are a few rides. The Velocicoaster is one of them. You can't bring anything on with you, and you go through a metal detector to get on those rides, like Velocicoaster, The Incredible Hulk. I would love to stream. I would love to just vlog on those. Oh my God. And record our faces on those rides. But at Universal, you actually have to go through metal detectors. You can't even have your car keys on you. So everything, iPhones, smartphones, car keys, any kind of camera, everything has to be put into a locker before you are allowed onto those rides. And as much as I love the Velocicoaster, and as much as Cedric and I screamed our butts off, John was deaf because John was to the side of us. I think John lost his hearing on the Velocicoaster because he had Cedric and me next to him, and yeah, we screamed our butts off. We were hoarse when we got off the Velocicoaster. And if you guys check out our vlogs, I do talk about the vlogs all the time. Go to Busy Getting Disney's playlists, okay? There's a vlog in there. It's one of the more recent ones because it was during the summer. The title of that vlog is Meeting Moderator Cedric. And we went to Universal. So it's a little Universal Orlando vlog, and Cedric is in there. So if you guys want to see what Cedric is really like in person and how tall Cedric is, oh my God. He towers over me and I'm 5'9". That's not tall, but Cedric is really tall. Go check out that vlog. Meeting Moderator Cedric at Universal. That's one of our vlogs. So, yes, okay. Dakota said Velocicoaster is a definite no for me. Cedric was already saying, God, that ride, yeah. And Kim's been on it a few times. Kim said that the ride is so crazy. Oh, Kirsty Jane's going to bed. Oop, I gotta say, I missed that, and I need to say goodnight to Kirsty Jane. Where is that? Kirsty Jane, where did you go? Okay, all I know is that Kirsty Jane was saying goodnight. So Kirsty Jane, have a good night's sleep. We love you. I love you. It is 1:45 a.m. in England. You get to bed, young lady, and we will see you over the weekend. Thank you, Kirsty Jane. Love you. Okay, yeah, Beverly's not getting on the Velocicoaster. I won't even get Beverly on the Barnstormer at Storybook Circus and Magic Kingdom. Velocicoaster, forget it. I can't even get her on the Barnstormer. Yep. Carissa, I didn't know we were the same height. I thought you were much taller than me, but I think you were probably wearing heels. It's Carissa. And you had on Minnie Mouse ears, so that made you taller than me. I thought you were taller than me. Yeah, the metal detectors are a pain in the butt at Universal. So anyway, my idea was, you guys, sorry, just skimming over a few things here. Okay, my idea was just to break up the Disney monotony, a little bit monotony. We haven't been anywhere else. How about if we go to Universal on Saturday? I'm looking at the calendar. John is working Saturday, I think. Yeah. Oh, yeah, John's off tomorrow. He's working Saturday, so it'll be me. But are you guys up for Universal? I had a craving, actually, for one of my favorite snacks ever in a theme park. I actually vlogged this. I've live streamed it too because I'm so in love with these things. It is in the Universal Studios side of Universal Orlando. There's a crepe stand. It's called Central Park Crepes. It's in the Pretend New York City section of Universal. And Central Park crepes. They're not the kind of crepes you would think. They have the sweet ones too. But, well, actually they changed them now that I think about it. Yeah, they did change them. But there was a crepe there. Oh my God, it's so good. It was grilled chicken and goat cheese crepe. You guys know I love food. It is so good, and I could eat 2 of them, and I might have 2 of them if they have them on that day. So I would like to go and get some. We can do other things too at Universal. Okay, it's a big theme park, right? I'm only thinking about the crepes. The crepes are amazing. They're grilled chicken and goat cheese, and ooh, I'm hungry. I've only had tea for the last couple hours. Let's go to Universal. And I'm thinking it's Saturday and all the theme parks will be crowded, but Universal may actually be a little less crowded than Disney because of the 50th anniversary, of course, going on at the Disney parks. So okay, let's go to Universal on Saturday. I'll live stream. But as you guys saw, Sharon and Carissa both like the idea of the crepes. So that's what we're doing. The only thing with we can do a lot of things in Universal on the live stream, and I've done it before. It's been a while. Oh, Matt says he's in. All right, me too. Disney. Oh yeah, Kim said Disney has been so bad recently. Kim's talking about the crowds and the wait times. You guys were with me, who were with me in Magic Kingdom last night. I actually left Magic Kingdom early because I wasn't expecting it to be as crowded as it was last night. But that's also because I forgot that this past Monday was a legal holiday here in America. It was, I'm not getting political, but it was Columbus Day. I've been calling it Indigenous Peoples Day. It's a legal holiday on Monday, so that explains why Magic Kingdom was a little insane last night. The crowds were bad. I left early, and we took the live stream over to Polynesian Resort and watched fireworks from the beach, and that was actually a lot of fun. Oh, but if you guys remember, I got that amazing Dole Whip float, which I'm gonna just keep getting from now on. It was so good. But if you remember, I bought the Dole Whip float under that one light at the Polynesian. It was at the Pineapple Lanai at Polynesian Resort, and there was I needed lighting for the live stream for the camera. And I said there were some, I think mosquitoes were biting me. I'm not gonna show you. It wasn't really till I got to the gym today, I started looking and I started feeling it. I have 10 mosquito bites on my left leg, and I have 6 mosquito bites on my right leg. I have 16 mosquito bites on me. Yeah, I was getting eaten alive. I wanted to be under the light. I will never sit there again at nighttime at the Polynesian. Oh my God. Itchy as hell. I didn't really notice it because it started coming out, I think, as I started sweating at the gym. And I looked down, I was like, oh my God. Yeah, 16 mosquito bites on my legs. They used to say, I haven't done it yet, it's kind of gross, but they used to say that the cure for a mosquito bite, you guys know what it is? Take your finger, and with your fingernail, you make an X on the mosquito bite, right? It would look like a Phillips head screw. Take your fingertip, make an X on the mosquito bite. Put some spit on your finger tip and dab the mosquito bite at that point with your spit and let it dry. That's what and you know, it kind of works. I've done it. I don't know if I'm going to be doing it 16 times on my legs. I don't want spit all over my legs. It's a little gross, especially since I'm so clean and showered. Anyway, but if you get a mosquito bite, believe it or not, it does work. Weird, but it works. I don't know who figured that. How do you discover that? Like the person who came up with that, who was sitting around and thought, well, maybe this will work. And then it actually worked. Who the heck knows? It does work though. So anyway, yes, we went to the Polynesian, got the Dole Whip float. It was awesome. Crystal Cat will be in Orange City, Iowa on Saturday. I love the sound of that, Orange City. Yep. Sharon Zeck. Sharon said, I have to sing Saturday afternoon. I might miss you. Sharon, where do you sing? Where do you sing and what do you sing? I don't think I know this about you, Sharon. Please share. Where will you be singing on Saturday? And where can we see you? Even more importantly, where can we see you sing? Sharon will be singing on Saturday. Okay. Crystal Cat said, keep Orange City, Iowa pride in your thoughts. Last time they tried to shut it down. Okay. There will be no shutting down any pride events. I'm with you on that, Crystal Cat. Oh, and Craig said he uses hand sanitizer. Oh, on the mosquito bites. The alcohol works. I've never tried that. I mean, I think we all have enough hand sanitizer nearby. I will try that though. I'll try it. Carissa does the X, but no spit. Yeah, the spit supposedly goes in there and does something too once you make the X. That's how I learned it. I don't know. And Kathy knew about that too. Okay. More hygienic than, well, definitely the hand sanitizer is more hygienic than spit. I'm not saying sit around, a Disney resort putting spit all over your legs. Obviously, I did not do that. Oh, because I still have the mosquito bites, right? Okay, so anyway, that's what I'm planning to do now. I'm going to take the live stream to Kirsty Jane. What are you doing? You're supposed to be in bed. Kirsty Jane is back. I just took you to the bathroom with me, Kirsty Jane, and heard 16 mosquito bites. Nasty. And now I'm truly away. Love you. Good night, Kirsty Jane. Have a good night's sleep. Crystal Cat, Crystal Cat, that actually makes sense. Crystal Cat says, for the mosquito bite, use hemorrhoid cream. It helps with the swelling. That actually makes sense, Crystal Cat. That makes sense. Okay, back to Universal. Let's go to Universal on Saturday. I can't get on the big rides. Wait, I saw something. Sharon Zick. Sharon said, I sing with the Bach Collegium, Wayne, and at the Cathedral of the Immaculate Church in Fort Wayne, mostly opera and classical music. Wait a minute, this is big. This is huge. Sharon Zick, who turned 80 only a few weeks ago, Sharon is telling us that she's a professional singer. Not only is she just a professional singer, she sings opera and classical music at the Cathedral of the Immaculate Church in Fort Wayne. Sharon, no way. You guys always take my breath away with some of the things you tell me about yourselves. That is amazing. That is so awesome, Sharon. Oh my God. Is that on YouTube? I would love to see that. And if I can get to Fort Wayne, I'm coming to see you because one of my best friends, my friend Amy, lives in South Bend or outside of South Bend. She actually lives in Goshen, Indiana. But her family's from South Bend, which is not far from Fort Wayne. Oh, Sharon, I would love to see that. That's awesome. Very cool. Sharon says I have a 3-octave voice range. Sharon, you need to share this with my live stream. I would love to be your manager of your own YouTube channel. I think we need to get Sharon her own YouTube channel started. I think that's what this is about. I'd subscribe. I know everybody here would subscribe. I love the idea that That's awesome, Sharon. That's really awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Sharon. And good reason for not being able to be with us on Saturday. She's 80 and she's still singing, and but I said it earlier because it's true. With our Sharon Zick, 80 is the new 20. I knew that about you, Sharon, from the first day I met you on our live stream. Absolutely. And you are an inspiration to all. Beverly's right. Beverly is right about that. Okay, so okay, we're going to Universal on Saturday. I'll be thinking about Sharon while I'm there. I'm not going to forget that. So Universal Studios, Universal Orlando Resort on Saturday. Yes, the big thrill rides, as much as I love them. Ashley Mellon is here. Each time I start talking, somebody else surprises me with something else awesome. Oh, Ashley Mellon. I almost forgot. I'll always forget the kindness rocks. Ashley Mellon, you stay right there. I've got something to share with the whole stream. Okay? We love you too, Sharon, by the way. I do love you, Sharon. You're awesome. Okay, Ashley Mellon is here. My friend Ashley is in chat. Her nickname, only from me, is Double A. I've called her Double A since she was, I think, 15 or 16 years old. Grown woman with a family of her own today. Anyway, Ashley, look what I've got right here at my kitchen table. I have a kindness rock. So Ashley, during this chat, I can't believe we've been in this live chat for about almost 2 hours, getting ready to wrap it up. But this was a heavy one tonight. We covered cyberbullying, cyber shaming, alcoholism and addiction, and Buddhism, and Disney, of course, and Mickey Mouse. Oh, and Mickey Mouse. It all goes together. At least when you're at my kitchen table, it all adds up. So Ashley painted this rock. Let me tell you guys real quick about Ashley, my friend Ashley, and Alyssa's Wishes and the Kindness Rocks Project. So my friend Ashley, who's in chat right now, Ashley Mellon, and her mom Karen started Alyssa's Wishes in honor and in memory of Ashley's sister, Karen's daughter, Alyssa, who passed away 10 years ago. Ashley, it's very personal, so say no to this if it's not okay. Would you mind if I shared with this live stream how your sister passed? Yes or no? It doesn't. I'm good either way. Okay, so Ashley and Karen started Alyssa's Wishes and the Kindness Rocks Project. Alyssa passed away 10 years ago. Ashley said I can share. Okay, thank you, Ashley. Your timing, Ashley, your timing actually blows my mind. I'm laughing, but I also want to cry. So 10 years ago, Ashley's sister, Alyssa, who was a teenager, passed away from an accidental overdose of prescription drugs. And, okay. Alyssa passed away 1 month before my brother passed away, my younger brother, Warren. Yeah. So my brother Warren passed away 1 month after Ashley's sister Alyssa passed away. Ashley and I always had a connection from the time she was a teenager. Of course, was already an adult. We always had a connection, and I met. To make a very long story short, I met Ashley through a Broadway show. I met Ashley at Virgin Megastore. It was in 2004. How old were you in 2004, Ashley? I met Ashley at Virgin Megastore. It was Virgin Records Megastore in Times Square in New York City. And we were there for an autograph signing. It was Boy George and the cast of the Broadway show Taboo. Taboo was a Broadway show about the life of Boy George and his friends. And Boy George actually starred in that Broadway show as someone else, not as himself. Ashley was 16. Oh my God, I love it. Ashley was 16. That's what I thought when I met her. Taboo was a Broadway musical. It was awesome. It was a Broadway musical about the life of Boy George and his friends in London. And Boy George starred in the musical. He was playing a different character, and then a young actor played Boy George. Sharon loves Boy George too. Love it. So after that show ended on Broadway, when the Broadway cast album, the CD came out, Boy George, the producer, who was Rosie O'Donnell, believe it or not, and the cast of Taboo, they did an autograph signing at Virgin Records Megastore. And Ashley was there at 16 years old. She was a Broadway freak. And her kids her friends who were Broadway kids who loved Broadway that she went to high school with. I don't know how Ashley and I started talking because I was in my 30s and Ashley was 16, and somehow we became friends. I don't know. And I met Ashley's mom, Karen, we've been friends ever since. So we've been friends, almost 20 years. Wow. And so anyway, we stayed friends. 10 years ago, Ashley's sister, Alyssa, passed away from an accidental overdose of prescription drugs. And my brother Warren passed away from a very rare form of leukemia called aplastic anemia 1 month after Alyssa passed away. My brother Warren was 41 years old. So Ashley and I have always been connected in very mystical ways. So after Alyssa passed away, Ashley and her mom Karen began Alyssa's Wishes Kindness Rocks project, where the ladies, Ashley and her mom Karen, paint the kindness rocks. It could be start off as a plain old rock that you found in your backyard. Ashley and Karen, paint the rocks like Ashley just told us. Ashley did this one herself. Of course I need reading glasses. There are a few things on it. I love this. This one was really important to me, Ashley. It says, everything is possible. Okay, and I'll tell you why this is important to me. Everything is possible. Not anything, not just anything is possible. Years ago, I was struggling with, I don't remember what it was. Years ago, I was going through something, and I asked one of my leaders in my Buddhist organization for some guidance, and she said, I said to her when she was trying to give me encouragement, I remember saying to her, kind of flippantly, I said, I know, anything is possible. And this lady, her name was Zenobia, she stopped me. She was one of our Buddhist leaders. She stopped me. She said, no, that's all wrong. Everybody says anything is possible. And it's great. It's wonderful. It's very positive, and you see it on Hallmark cards and all of that. But she said, the Buddhism we practice, she said, which is universal. It's not about anything being possible. It's about everything being possible. Because when you say anything is possible, anything is too random. It's wonderful, but it's random. Anything means things that you can choose, you can look for, you can come up with. But when you open your mind and you say that everything is possible, everything, that word everything, includes possibilities to having a prayer answered that your brain couldn't even come up with. Everything, the word everything includes possibilities that we don't even know exist, but they do. When you open your mind to that possibility that everything is possible, it can change everything. It can change everything, okay? And Ashley painted this rock. Everything is possible. And even, if you look at the bottom of it, even the impossible. Totally believe it. I really do. It's wonderful. Everything is possible, even the impossible. So Karen and Ashley paint these rocks. They're kindness rocks. We leave them everywhere. Being the Disney person and theme park person that I am, John and I leave these rocks in the theme parks, and in hopes of someone to find who might need to hear that particular message on a given day. And then on the back of the rock, there will always be instructions that if you are ever the person to find one of Alyssa's Wishes kindness rocks, take a picture of the rock or a selfie of you with the rock, like that. Post the rock to social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and hashtag it Alyssa's Wishes. Alyssa with a Y, Alyssas, Alyssa's Wishes. Hashtag it Alyssa's Wishes, and hopefully when we see it online, when Karen and Ashley see it online, it'll end up online later that day and get to share the love. And if you're the person to find the kindness rock, you either keep it because you needed that message or leave it behind for someone else to find. So check out Alyssa's Wishes. And Ashley, I was just telling the gang here, I'm going to go to Universal Studios on Saturday. This is the rock that's coming with me. Obviously, I'm not going to leave it here in my own house somewhere, but I am going to throw it right into my backpack, my Wonder Woman backpack, and I'm going to leave it in Universal Studios. So I'll be talking about it again briefly on Saturday. This one's coming with me. Thank you, Ashley. And catching up in chat real quick, I think Ashley said a couple things I need to read here. Ashley said, I will never forget what you said to me after Alyssa died. That you would be in, oh, okay. I'm not gonna cry, but I'm gonna read it. Ashley said, so like I said, you guys, my brother Warren passed away exactly 1 month after Ashley's sister, Alyssa. Ashley said, I will never forget what you said to me after she died, that you would be in my shoes very soon. I will never forget the bond was imprinted that night. I remember saying it to you, you know, that I would soon be, because, oh, geez, it's really crazy how the universe works. It blows my mind sometimes. So Warren, my brother Warren, passed away January of 2012. 1 month before, when Alyssa passed away, I remember the contact when I finally contacted Ashley to send her my condolences. I remembered, and I remember telling your mom also, Ashley, I said, I remember it like it was a minute ago. I remember saying, I hate what you're going through. I'm about to know what you're going through. And I said, yes, I would be in your shoes very shortly. It was like right around the same day, I'm not kidding, when I heard that Alyssa passed away. The day I heard Alyssa died, on that very same day, my brother Warren's doctor, the cancer specialist, he told us, my parents, he told us that he gave Warren about 30 days left. That was his prognosis. It was on that day that Alyssa died. My brother got the prognosis, well, we did, about him, that he had about 30 days left. And he died exactly 30 days later. I remember that very well, Ashley. I remember. Yes, everything is possible. And Sharon said, Sharon Zick says, I believe that we are brought together with people for a reason. It happens all the time. I do too, 100%. Yeah. Thank you, Matt. So, Ashley, thank you for that. I miss the hell out of you, Ashley. I had to say that. I do miss you. And John, that's a lot. That's Ashley's husband, John, or Ashley and I both have Johns in our lives. And I need to meet Ashley and John's daughter, Alice, who was born during the pandemic, and we have yet to meet her, but it is going to happen soon. Yep. You miss me more than John. Well, yeah, I miss you more than John. But I do miss you. And Ashley and John are big Disney people, you guys. And they will eventually be on our live streams and in our vlogs. Last time we saw each other, yeah, Ashley, you were about 7 months pregnant with Alice, right? And we were in Hollywood studios together. I remember. And Ashley was such a good sport because she was so pregnant. But it was, Ashley and John were calling it their baby moon. It was their last time to like really be at Disney before the baby was born. And Ashley couldn't ride rides. She couldn't have a cocktail. She couldn't do all of these things that she would have ordinarily been doing in Disney. But as any true Disney addict knows, all it takes is being in a Disney park to feel the magic. So, but we need to do it with Alice, and I hope it can be soon. Ashley said she was waddling and miserable. But we were in Disney. You were waddling in Disney. Waddling and miserable in Disney. That's what mattered, right? Okay. Yeah, Beverly says she's crying her eyes out. Warren was my good friend too. Oh my God, you got... The other thing about this channel and this live chat, we go from laughing to crying and laughing again in the blink of an eye. Yeah, you know, like I talk about it all the time, but Beverly and I have been best friends. Anybody who doesn't know, Beverly, who's in chat, of course, our moderator, we've been best friends for 41 years. We met in the 5th grade, Everybody knows the story. Okay, so we met in the 5th grade. So Beverly, was always a part of my family, and I was always a part of hers. Beverly's mom, and Beverly with my parents, and especially my brother Warren, because Warren and I were very close. Warren and I were only a year apart, and Beverly used to jokingly flirt with Warren. Warren liked the girls. Hey, Warren liked the girls. And Beverly and Warren always had a comical friendship with each other. And Beverly would always egg on Warren. She would, in a funny way, flirt with Warren. And then Warren would kind of egg her on back. And it was just this banter that went back and forth between the two of them. And when I would ever walk in, I always be like, oh my God, you guys are gross. You guys are sick. I don't want to hear about any of this. It was all in fun. But yeah, Beverly was very close to Warren. And the funny thing is, well, it's not funny, but interestingly enough, it just shows how close Beverly, what an important part of my family, Beverly, has always been. There were only 5 people when my brother Warren died, the night that he died. They are real and fabulous. Yes, they are. I might come back to that. I love talking about them too, Alyssa. So the night that Warren died, my brother Warren, it was January 20th of 2012. And this just shows how important Beverly was to our family. When Warren died, the only people in that room, in that hospital room when Warren passed, it was my mom, my dad, my brother Wally, me, and Beverly. Everybody else in that room was blood. And Beverly, and Beverly was there. That was the most, I think it will always be this way. The night that my brother Warren died, I will never forget, and I always relive, and I probably shouldn't. I probably do it too often, and I don't mean to, but I kind of psychologically relived those last 30 minutes. It's about 30 minutes in that hospital room with my brother when he passed and we said goodbye to him. The scene in that room, it was my parents and Beverly. I actually picked up Beverly and she drove me to the hospital that night because I couldn't, I was so distraught. I wasn't in a great place to drive. So it was my mom and dad, my brother Wally and me, and Beverly. So Beverly has always been a really big part of my family. And Beverly, we all have, it's funny, but the closest people to me in my life, we all have these same experiences in common. And Beverly's sister Pam passed away when we were teen. Beverly and I were 18 years old. We were just finishing high school when Beverly's little sister Pam died. She had lupus. And I loved Pam. Pam was adorable. Oh my God. And, Beverly and I were just best friends. But other people didn't know that. There were lots of other people when we were teenagers who thought Beverly and I were an item. We didn't care. We knew we were best friends. It didn't matter. It wouldn't have mattered anyway, but that wasn't the case. We were just best friends. But Beverly's little sister Pam, every time, whenever I would call Beverly, so now we're teenagers, we were like 16, 17 years old. When I would call Beverly's house to talk to Beverly, and Pam would answer the phone, and I'd say, hey Pam, it's Wes, yeah, can I talk to your sister? I'd like to talk to Beverly. I would hear, Pam would go away to get Beverly, and I would hear Pam say, your boyfriend's on the phone. That wasn't the case, but that's how Pam, I always remember that. Your boyfriend's on the phone, and Beverly would say, shut up. So Beverly has the same experience as Ashley and I, and the connection is there in so many ways. So anyway, Ashley, thank you for letting me share that. And okay, so this rock, I love that. I didn't notice this, so I don't think this was an accident. There's on the side of this kindness rock, there's a smiley. I don't know if you carved this. This is a really hard rock. I can't imagine that you would have carved it in, but you painted it in. You actually painted that in. The smile was there. And Ashley, I love it, Ashley. Thank you so much. I love this rock. I'm gonna have to give it up though. I'm gonna leave it in Universal on Saturday. Okay, so guys, Universal Orlando Resort on Saturday. We're gonna live stream. I'm gonna live stream. We're all in this together, right? Oh, yep. Love it, Ashley. Oh, yes, make me more, by the way. Side note, this is one, I counted them today, actually, Ashley. This is one of 6 rocks that I have left. So after I leave this one on Saturday, I was gonna message you and your mom. Oh, thank you. Okay, good, Ashley. After this one, I'll have 5 rocks left. Okay. All right, I'm about to wrap it up too. Craig, thank you so much. Craig said, gotta run, gang. Animatronics building calls, that's right. Wes, thanks so much for doing this tonight. Much appreciated. Good night, my friends. Okay. Oh, thank you, Tiffany. Okay. Bye, Crystal Cat. Okay, yes, guys. Universal Orlando Resort on Saturday. Be there or be square. I will take the stream there. I don't know what time yet. Thinking early afternoon, and I'll try to get as close to 6 hours. We'll make it a long one. I'll try to get as close to 6 hours as I can. So, may not be able to get on the big thrill rides because of the metal detector situation, all that, but we can do Dr. Seuss rides, and there are a million other things we can do at Universal. Oh, I definitely want to go to Superhero Island over at Islands of Adventure. Definitely want to walk through Superhero Island, so we'll do that. Oh, and I'm going to get my crepe at Central Park Crepes, okay? Thank you, Kathy. So you guys, this was a big one. It was an important one. Thank you so much for letting me share. And everybody who shared in this chat, thank you guys so much for all that you've shared with us here. And I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. And that's all. I am going to put on a movie. I'm not sure what. Disney Plus has been on all day, so I think I need to switch to something else. Something kind of Halloween-y. Oh, this weekend, John and I are going to... Totally off the subject. John and I are going to see the new Halloween movie this weekend. I'm so excited. We're going to see Halloween Kills, the latest Michael Myers movie. Long live Laurie Strode, also known as Jamie Lee Curtis. I'm very excited about this. We're going to see Halloween Kills. So I might put on something spooky tonight. You guys, thank you so much. Oh, Muppets Haunted Mansion was incredible. Loved it. I have to watch it again. Actually, we've watched it twice so far. Muppets Haunted Mansion, if you guys can catch it, it's on Disney Plus. It's awesome. They did such a great job. Love the Muppets. You guys, thank you so much. Moderators, Cedric, thank you for all that you shared too. Beverly, Kirsty Jane's in bed, but Kirsty Jane, Molly and Molly, both Mollys. Thank you, you guys. Carissa, thank you for joining. Thank you for everything that was shared here tonight. Thank you, you guys. I hope this can help a lot of people. And if anything, just one person at all. That's all I care about. Megan G. Thank you, Megan G. Thank you, Megan, for sharing. Always reach out anytime. Busy Getting Disney will always be a safe place for any of this. Everything we talked about tonight, it's always, I'm cool with it always being on the table, okay? Bullying, cyber shaming, alcoholism, addiction, Buddhism. If you want to become a flight attendant one day. Wonder Woman, Big Macs, hey. Loss of a loved one, and then Disney parks. I told you, I always go from laughing to crying, and then back to laughing again when I chat with you guys. Thank you, guys. Tiffany, thank you so much too. Everybody who joined, Drew in the Moment was here. Mike and Steph were here. Love you guys. I'll figure out a start time for the stream on Saturday at Universal, and I'll post it as early as I can tomorrow, so we're all ready. And that's about it. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves, most importantly. Be good to yourself, and never be afraid to ask for help. The 2 hardest things in life to say, I'm sorry and I need help. Don't ever be afraid to ask for help and reach out. Whatever you're going through, this is a reminder to myself. It's a reminder to me, too. We're never alone, right? We're never alone. So we're all in it together. And next stop, Universal Orlando. I'll see you guys there. Thank you so much. Again, I love you guys. Be happy, be well, be safe. More kisses. Take care of each other. Have a good night. I'll see you Saturday. Theme parks, tank tops, and protein shakes. Back in action. Love you guys. Bye.